perfect tzaddikim. You're not going to outsmart Rashi. You're not going to outsmart Tanoim, Amanoim. Let's become part of them. And with a little effort, we can get it done. I read the story. The king that went hunting. Nice, don't say it. On a nice sunny day, took a few of his friends, they got into their hunting gear, and they were out to go catch a fox. So you get on your horses, and you start, you have little dogs running ahead, and you start yelping, you know, they smell the fox, and the chase starts, and the fox is a sly animal, knows how to run through bushes, and you have to... So, a short while later, they hear the dogs yelping, they start the chase, and they're so focused on trying to get the fox, they didn't realize that a cold front was coming in. Dark clouds, started raining, got cold, windy, and they had to call off the chase, but they're lost in the forest. The rain made it muddy, they couldn't ride the horses anymore, they had to get off the horses, and soon they realized that if they don't find any shelter, they're not going to make it through the night. The cold and the wetness, that they have to find somewhere, some little hut, sasuka somewhere. They start searching, can't see too far in the rain, and suddenly from far one of them noticed some light. They started following that direction, and they find this little hut. Now it's a small little thing, they can't find it in the door, or knocking on it. Finally the old man comes out, takes a look at these big giants, you know, big and wide, and hunters. He says, you know, I'd love to help you, but it's not enough room in this little hut for you, but I could help you. Not far from here, come, I'll lead you down to Moshka's house. There's a little larger shed than mine. He'll be able to help you. And he walks into the forest over there. They get to Moshka's house. Moshka says, I'm sorry, I really didn't expect any guests tonight. All I have is some goat's milk. I'll warm it up for you and some earthenware. And give you a change of clothing, whatever to wrap themselves in. They had them there. And put together some straw, covered with some rags. They drank the warm milk. They warmed up a little bit. They got out of the cold wet clothing, and they got into bed and fell asleep. And in the morning he woke up earlier than that much. He took some good food. He helped the hunters. And the next day he led them off from midday onto the main highway. They can find their way back wherever they live. 3 weeks passed, and gets a summons from the king. In those times when the king called you, it wasn't good news unless you were the king's friend or the king's advisor or the king's officer. Someone called from the street that meant that, you know, someone snitched something or accused you of something, and must be a mistake. He doesn't pay any taxes for living in the forest. They prayed that the Abisha should help, that they should see the mistake. They called the wrong person. They came up, he has to go. The people of his family, it was the last time that he's seeing them. With a heavy heart, he traveled to the king's palace. Comes to the palace, he tells the guards there must be some mistake. Please check it out and see that, you know, I never did anything wrong, never did anything against him. Takes a look at the summons and says, I'm sorry, no one can help you. You got to go to the king's throne room, the chamber of the king. No one could help. Finally, he's standing already by the last room over there. She goes up to Vidi, this is it. Finally, the door opens up, he walks in. The king comes off the throne, comes across the room, and embraces him. He's shocked, he's just standing there like a goon, frozen. The king realizes, he steps back, he says, don't you recognize me? Looks up, looks, oh, you're one of the hunters. Says, yeah, you saved my life. I made a special room for you, your family is being brought over here. You're my top advisor now. Well, the next day, Moshka walks out, in suit, cane, the golden head, the watch, the golden chain, up hat, you know, top gewirr in town. Who should he meet? Yankel the Nugget, the richest man in town. Moshka says, Moshka. There's no lottery tickets there. Yeah. How'd you do this? You were just living at the end of the forest, nobody. So I'll tell you the truth. I gave the king some goat's milk and some earthenware and some straw and some rags, and this is the way he paid me back. Without waiting for an explanation, so easy. He ran to buy the nicest earthenware, the nicest goat's milk, the best straw and the best rags as a gift for the king. First, when he came to the king, hey, this is an offer. The king says, you're lucky you're Mashka's friend. This is what you bring to a king. Just wait. Let him live. The Nibshul is a very simple one. Today, in Golus, the king is desperate. Every little mitzvah that we do will go a long way. A little straw, a little rag. You come to the Beis Hamikdash and you give a davening that we do today, we'll need a lot of good friends to save us. Right now, every little deed, everything that we can do in Golus goes a long way. Chaparayim, because it's not that long. The Golus is over with. So let's do as many mitzvahs as we can. Every single one of them counts for a lot. Now it's inflation. Chaparayim. Chaim.
Be right back.
You have to realize that we live in very, very special times. Always say to Hillary, I heard that one day of creation plays itself out 1,000 years on earth. It's we knew that coming into the 6th millennium, right after 5,000 years, starts Friday, Chatzos, the Erev Evoker, the night, after 500 years, split 1,000 and a half, and split 500 and a half, is another 250 years, Tafshin. The truth is, for the first Maimon, the Basel Lagani, Tafshin Yud, it's not a Chiddush, but Tafshin Nun, suddenly, he is Mam Velasquem, Koch Mashiach. Koch Mashiach started from the Shem Tov. But the Rebbe was a given, a matter of when. And there was a focus on Tafshin Nun, because that's Friday after Chatzos. And here then, the Koch of the Alka Shemaini, and Nov Megia Zman Velasquem. It's not Stam. Melech HaMashiach is going to announce another Megiz Zman Velasquem. What's this Lashon HaNovi? Yidden were called many things. Why over here is Melech HaMashiach referring to the Yidden as a Novi? In the Yisrael, Shurim, start speaking to Yidden about Mashiach, everybody becomes humble. You mean the other guy. Now, for us, no matter who you are.
I think it's sarcastic. That Novin part is sarcastic.
It's far from sarcastic.
Even the Anovim.
It's far from sarcastic. It's unfortunately. Why is only sarcastic? It's a Novim, even for a Novim.